In October 2019, I traveled to the Green River in Utah with my brother and several really good friends. It was an adventure I will never forget. This was my first trip to the Green River, but it wouldn't be my last. 6 days and 5 nights of canoe camping was absolutely wonderful, and I'm grateful for the opportunity to have done this fun adventure with everyone. We experienced nice weather and beautiful sunsets, did some hiking, and enjoyed this stunning and awesome area. While we were still on this trip, I was already planning my next adventure back to the Green River. This amazing place will always be a part of me. I felt truly connected. We even hiked from the Green River to some rock arches about 3 miles away from our camp. Now I have the opportunity to do this trip again. Join me for a new 7-part series as I return to the Green River. We were all up early in the morning and had our canoes almost entirely packed and ready to go. Before too long, we would start our journey down the Green River once again. Good morning, folks. It's day 4. It's Tuesday. I'm up and paddling. It's about 7:15, 7:20 in the morning, so we got a nice early start before all the sun comes up and heats everything up. So I'm the first one on the water. The others are back here behind me, and they will be coming this direction very, very soon. I'm the slowest moving boat, so that's why we launched me first. And I'm the slowest moving, because I'm older, but also I'm in a canoe alone with a lot of gear. And not just my gear, but I have other gear in here too, so it's a heavy boat. It really is. That sunrise starting to come alive. Alright, nice early morning here. It's still very cool out. It's around 7:30, 7:40. And I agree with those guys that getting up and paddling early like this is the way to go. There's a couple reasons for it. The first one is it's nice and cool out. The sun's not on the river yet, so you paddle before it gets hot. Which also means that you're going to get to camp and set up potentially before it gets hot. Another reason to get up early and paddle like this is most of the other campers on the river here are sleeping in a little later and then paddling later. So it gives us the opportunity to have access to more campsites because people are lollygagging at theirs, and we're going to go take the best sites if we can. I mean, that's the goal of every camper. Have the best campsite you can. See some shallow water to the right that I probably want to avoid. A little bit of a shallow spot here. And we broke free, so now let's finish the turn. You can really see where the water's cut out the bottom of that rock over the years. Just the constant current. It was a beautiful morning to canoe some miles down the Green River. I was really enjoying this amazing journey and couldn't stop smiling as I did. And then to make it even better, a blue heron flew by. So here it is again for you in slow motion. This was absolutely an amazing thing to be able to witness. A little while later, I spotted another blue heron just downriver. And this one, as you can tell, I got a lot closer to it as I was canoeing by. We were having this sort of bonded animal-human moment that was peaceful. And then it decided to take off. You'll see that here in just 1 second. Beautiful. And of course, here it is again in slow motion. Amazing. And I'm always amazed how they fly just above the water and never quite touch it. What a beautiful and awesome moment. Sometimes I feel like the most fortunate person in the world. I get to travel and do amazing things like this. A little while later, I was still canoeing. It was many miles today, but totally worth it. What a lot of fun. Air is still very cool. We've been out on the river for about an hour and a half, maybe 90 minutes-ish. And it doesn't feel like it's warmed up much, which is nice because it feels like air conditioning is on right now. Even though the sun's trying to come out, it's also a little cloudy right up where the sun is. You hear a frog in there. Anyway, I was having some thoughts about being here and doing what I'm doing, and we'll talk about those here in just a minute once this airplane goes by. All right, folks, it's day 4, probably 9 o'clock-ish, somewhere around there. Now, that's not really what I wanted to talk about that much. I really wanted to talk about some other stuff, like what I'm feeling right now as we're doing this. First thing, canoeing alone. It's not that bad. I do have complete control of the boat, and I'm doing a pretty good job keeping everything steady and straight. But it's a lot more work to move a canoe through the water, especially when it's full of gear, when you're completely alone in the boat. Having my brother here 2 years ago with me was such a huge deal for me. First of all, he's my brother, and I'm glad we got to share a journey like this. But the second part is he was a huge help. The guy knows how to float down a river. He's been a kayaker for many years now, and we've canoed together in the past. And it sure did help to have another person in this boat paddling with me. Because right now, I am behind everybody again on canoeing because I'm just having a hard time keeping up. It's a little bit of a struggle, and that's mostly what I wanted to bring up right now. The struggle of doing a trip like this. Don't get me wrong, look where I'm at. I am absolutely not complaining about anything. I am extremely grateful to be able to come here and do this and be here with some really awesome friends. Thank you guys for bringing me again. I do sincerely appreciate being able to experience all this. Now, the struggle of doing a trip like this is it's physically demanding. This is what they call blind arch. And you can see there's definitely an arch already starting to form there. It's a pretty good size. You can definitely see it's starting to form and look almost like a perfect arch already. All right, I better stop yapping and start paddling because everybody's getting way far ahead of me and I need to make up some time here. So physically, these trips are exhausting. They're very rewarding. The payoff is the reward of being here. The ticket that you pay to get here is the exhaustion and the achy muscles. I'm incredibly thankful to get to do 7 days and 6 nights down the Green River. All right, continuing on the struggle that I was talking about. I guess that's going to be the theme of today's episode is going to be the struggle within, the struggle without. I'll tell you what, this type of vacation is a guaranteed weight loss vacation for me because, you know, you really hardly ever stop moving until you get to the campfire experience in the evening. And then you get to sit around the campfire in your chair and just relax, and everybody can tell stories and jokes and, you know, maybe have some sort of after dinner sweet treat, a dessert of sorts. That's the part right there that is part of my favorite, you know. Stopping and relaxing and just taking it all in is probably my favorite part of all of this. Green River, surrounded by red rocks everywhere. It's absolutely amazing. Continuing the struggle within, the struggle without. Now we've talked about the struggle without. That's the physical demanding parts of boating every day, hiking every day, and setting up gear every day. But what do I mean by the struggle within? Well, that's the mental part of it. The part where you get so exhausted, you think, how can I finish the other days of this trip when I'm this tired? And you got to find the mental fortitude to overpower that feeling of giving up. Not that I've gotten to that point yet, but I do feel the physical part of it, the struggle without, is mentally affecting the struggle within. And you got to find a balance just to keep yourself uplifted and moving forward, one stroke at a time. I'm not really sure how much further we are from B camp, but felt like we've already canoed a good distance, so I'm sure B camp is probably maybe another mile or two, and then the next part of the day begins. We've been canoeing for about 3 hours now, and I'm hoping that B camp's coming up soon because I'm starting to get really tired. Fast forward 1 hour and about 3 more miles, and I'm still on my way to camp. 4 hours of canoeing this morning. It's been a pretty long journey so far, and I'm starting to feel it, getting tired, a little worn out. But I think I see up ahead, half mile from here or so, what appears to be people and some canoes. And I'm hoping that they're my people and their canoes. So that means possibly I'm getting closer to B camp finally. Yeah, the closer I get to that area where I thought I saw canoes and people, the more it starts to look like canoes and people. Like I said, I hope it's my people and my friends' canoes, because then I'll be done with the boating part of the day. And don't get me wrong, canoeing is great, I love it, but it is a lot of physical work. You hardly stop paddling the whole entire time, especially on a river where you gotta keep yourself in a straight line as much as possible so you don't get stuck on a sandbar or
some roots on the side of the river here. So yeah, it is what it is when it was what it was. As I'm getting closer, I definitely am starting to feel like these are my people with their boats. Matter of fact, I think I see Terry out there right now.
Just over 4 hours of canoeing this day, and a total of about 12 river miles to get to B Camp. But here I was finally, and you can see the crew had gotten here a few minutes before me, and they were starting to unload. But I wasn't sure how far they had gotten here before me, so I felt the need to ask them.
Hey guys, how far behind am I?
Like 10, 15 minutes.
Oh,
So I was only 10 to 15 minutes behind, thankfully. It felt like I was hours behind because I was moving so slow, but hey, slow moving on the river means your heart will be full and happy as you go along. So here we are, B Camp. I'll tell you, after getting to B Camp and unloading all our gear, I suddenly had a second wind, and I wanted to explore this awesome and beautiful place. But we all took time to set up our gear, get our tents in place, and have our sleeping bags ready to go so that night we could sleep comfortably. So I'm going to take a little walk through the camp here, just kind of show you around. We camped here in 2019 as well. I always love this canyon here, just a beautiful place, lots of sunshine and greenery all the way around. Just a fun place to camp. You can see my tent and the beautiful backdrop behind. The Green River is truly in my heart. I will always love this place and would love to come back here again in the future. If you're thinking of a canoe river trip, I highly recommend this one. It's very wild, lots of wilderness, great places to camp along the way, and obviously plenty of water if you know how to filter it correctly. What an awesome spot. I'm still blown away that I'm fortunate enough to have good enough friends to take me to places like this. The trail is beautiful. And of course the river and the Chamisa is also breathtaking. Such a beautiful place. I don't even know how to really put it truly into words of what it feels like to be here. The camera never does it justice. But you can get a little taste of what it's like to come and see the Green River in Utah. Wow. I love the American Southwest. There's something about the desert that just feels like home to me. I know it's a bit rugged and it's hard to survive in a place like this, but getting to come out here and canoe and camp for 7 days and 6 nights, it feels like you're in heaven. And if heaven is anything like this, I'll be a happy camper when I pass away from this world. Meanwhile, I just wandered around, got some beautiful shots of the surrounding area. I couldn't believe how awesome this was. The Green River does not disappoint. It's like living in a dream, but only better because it's real. And of course, Matt the Southwest Backpacker provided me some drone shots from up above. This is the Bow Knot Bend 7-mile loop.
nice, dude.
So Matt and I had taken a little hike in the afternoon, and he got some drone flying in. And here you can see both shots, the shot from the drone in the lower left-hand corner, and the shot of me filming Matt flying the drone.
Nice, dude. Very awesome. I'll get this video to you then too, so you have a little behind the scenes.
Pan up, get the camera there. There you are. Oh, I got it all the way down. I got it the wrong direction. There we go.
Ew.
Oh, this would be nice. There he is.
Whoa.
Pan down.
A little while later, I decided to get barefoot and wander around camp. The sand here was soft, and there wasn't a lot of things that would stab you. So here I am, standing at the edge of impossible. Or, more importantly, the reflection of the Green River with our canoes. What a beautiful day. I still feel like I'm in a dream. It's awesome. Tonight we had chili dogs, courtesy of Terry and Matt. Thanks guys, always yummy. I gotta tell you folks, this is awesome. I can't believe how fortunate I am to be able to come here and spend some time with friends here. The Green River, it's just a beautiful and awesome place. It's very peaceful. Helps you get yourself realigned to go back and deal with the concrete jungle. As I've said before, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. And here I was, several steps into it and looking forward to the rest. And of course, what campfire experience wouldn't be complete without a little bit of campfire? Of course, we have our fire pan here that the guys always bring with them, and you have to have this on the Green River. It is a legal thing that you have to make sure you do it properly. Of course, the skies never disappoint. A little bit later in the day, got some unusual and fun-looking clouds here at our campsite at B Camp. We all sat by the campfire and shot the breeze and talked about fun things and enjoyed our time together as the sun began to set. As the evening came upon us and the sun started to set, the land started to come alive again, as it always does at this time of day. Of course, we're all sitting around joking and laughing and just having ourselves a grand time. And really, how can you not? Look how awesome this place is. Just peaceful and nice, and I really love being here. It's great. Of course, the sunsets are always amazing in the Southwest. Keep watching, because you're going to see the sunset get better and better. The colors were so vivid. The way the rock lit up in the afternoon sun was beautiful. And of course, the clouds always capture that sunset. It ends up looking like a painting and not a photograph. It was calm and nice over camp as the sun continued to set. We just enjoyed the beautiful colors as we sat around the campfire for another evening of fun and fellowship. Remember folks, life is beautiful if you know where to look. Keep your eyes, your heart, and your mind open. It just might lead you somewhere special. Thank you for watching the James Blackburn Experience. Be sure to check my YouTube channel for almost 900 additional video adventures. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe.
3, 2, 1 with the Santa Claus. Ho, ho, ho. Merry something. And away we go. We have a Thursday, we have Friday. No, we don't. We have all those, but I'll tell you what happened to my brother here 2 years ago. I think a bug got me. That's The payoff is exhaustion. And I am being Kapadushki. Ha 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 hoo ha. Just a little bit. Hello. Oh man, my back is sore. Actually, all of me is sore right now.